An American institution in turmoil. Allegations of sexual assault and harassment at Kings Point Merchant Marine Academy.
Well, tonight a graduate of the academy tells her story as federal investigators try to figure out what's next. Our Eileen LaPalmer has the latest in this special Newsday, News 12 Long Island report.
People are scared to come forward.
24-year-old Chelsea Tapper says she endured abuse while a student at the U.S. Merchant Marine Academy in Kings Point. She claims an upperclassman had it in for her starting her freshman year.
He constantly sexually harassed me. He sexually assaulted me. He had grabbed my hand and pulled it and forced me to touch him.
She says the harassment even happened in public places like the gym while she was lifting weights.
Every single time that he came down on the pull-up, his private parts were a couple inches from my face.
Tapper, who graduated in 2014, says nothing was done when she reported the incidents. She's telling her story now during a troubling time for the 74-year-old institution. According to public records, the academy received 14 official reports of sexual assault from 2008 through 2015. Dozens of other students reported similar incidents in anonymous surveys done by the academy. Amid the allegations last year, the Merchant Marine Academy canceled part of its curriculum, a year at sea on commercial vessels.
But the decision to suspend the sea year resulted in angry backlash from other alumni and some parents of students who say there is not a culture of sexual misconduct here at the academy or on the vessels.
I didn't see anything that would be construed as harassment.
Andrea Morrison graduated from Kings Point in 2010 and is now on the Alumni Association's task force on sexual assault and harassment. She says she never experienced sexual harassment and believes the surveys given by the academy don't clearly define harassment versus assault.
What somebody might construe as harassment personally might just roll off somebody else's back.
The Alumni Association recently hired an outside company to investigate. It issued an interim report saying, quote, "The culture at Kings Point is neither tolerant of nor conducive to sexual assault," and, quote, "Midshipmen were not worried about their personal safety while serving on commercial vessels during sea year." But last week, the U.S. Department of Transportation, which oversees the school, released the results of its own study. It found the academy continues to struggle with a, quote, "lack of trust and a culture of fear," and doesn't have the programs and policies in place to address the situation.
They wanted to sweep it under the rug.
Denise Krepp, the former chief attorney for the U.S. Maritime Administration, says she's been sounding the alarm for years. She says she was fired when she asked the inspector general to investigate sexual assault claims.
The problem festered. More individuals became victims, and more lives were ruined.
As for Tapper, she says things must change.
If somebody's coming forward with a story of sexual assault or harassment and they're the victim, believe them. Just because it didn't happen to you doesn't mean it doesn't happen in general.
In Kings Point, Eileen LaPalmer, News 12 Long Island.
And we reached out to the U.S. Maritime Administration regarding our story. A spokeswoman said they declined to comment.